Hello and welcome to today's video. If you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, I'm glad you're back. In today's video, I decided to do something with Christmas ornaments. And I made it sparkly and I made it beautiful and it's so shiny and everything is so gorgeous. I love it. I love this set so much. And also I've done some snowflakes, some crystal placement snowflakes and some just snowflakes. And this is very 3D, like this bauble here, and yeah, I mean I love it so much. I really hope you guys are going to enjoy today's video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel with the notification bell turned on so you can be notified if I post, and also, you know, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think, you know, tell me how was your day, anything. It really helps me out. So anyway, with everything said, let's do some nails. I will start off with Ruth from the Kirsty Meakin gel polish range, and I will apply 2 layers of this and cure each for 30 seconds in an LED lamp. So this is fully cured now, because they only need 30 seconds. Then I'm gonna use some whiteout and a little bit of the gloss top coat, and I'll apply these to my palette. Just the tiniest bit of whiteout, so just, yeah, you don't need much. And then I'm gonna apply a huge blob of that glossy top coat, and using a silicone tool, again, I'll apply the tiniest bit of whiteout and mix them together properly. Make sure you mix it all together, because otherwise it's gonna look a bit streaky. So yeah, use your silicone tools to mix. Don't use your brushes because you're gonna ruin your brushes. So then you can check. I'm using my gloved hand because I have black gloves and you can really see what's going on. Then I'm gonna go in with the middle liner from Glitter Bells. I'll also remove the sticky layer from the gel polish that, you know, I just painted earlier, and with that middle liner brush I am going to create a circle, and I'm going to spend a little bit of time making sure that this is nice and even everywhere and it kind of looks like a circle. I'm not the best at drawing circles, not many people are, so yeah, I'm still struggling with that a lot, but I'm doing my best. Okay, I'm trying. So I'm just gonna go around, and I'm also going to make sure that, you know, it's as big as I want it. Also, there's that little air bubble that I actually cut it out, but there's another 3 minutes of me trying to get that out. Then without curing, I'm dropping some more of that top coat in, and I'm letting it kind of spread around, and I'm shaking it a little bit. Maybe don't do that with the client's finger, it's a bit weird. But you can do this. So I'm not going past that line, I'm just going in the middle, and I'm trying to like push that outline a little bit, and you can see that it creates this very, very faint outline, which is going to be the best way to create kind of like a glass ornament, if that makes sense. So it's going to look like it's see-through kind of. So I'm adding a bit more of that top coat. It's fine if it's raised because they're gonna be a bit raised at the end anyway. And then I'm curing that, and with this gold gel paint from Get Nailed by Laura McBride, I am just applying a little bit at the bottom there, just the tiniest bit. You don't need much, but you need kind of like a bit of a scattered glitter, which this gold is, so you can't really do this with one of those really linear gold glitters. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And then here I'm adding just a tiny bit of that top coat again, just top coat, so not mixed with white, and I'm adding it exactly where that glitter ends, and this is gonna make that scattered glitter be even more scattered basically, so it's gonna make a transition a lot easier. And I am just kind of bringing it out a little bit, and, you know, kind of letting the product do a bit of the job first, and create that kind of yeah, I can't explain. It just kind of looks like the glitter is all in there, and maybe it's like suspended in something, or maybe is just like loose in there, and you know, if you give it a shake it would go around the whole bauble, but now it's just sitting at the bottom. So yeah, it was an idea I had. It looks like a really nice glass ornament. Anyway, moving on to the next one, and I'm using exactly the same brush, and I am now using Lust from the Kirsty Meakin gel polish collection, and this is just the red, a very red. It's beautiful, I love it so much. And I'm creating again another circle, that's what I meant, which is not necessarily circle, but it's fine. I'm just gonna get over it, because otherwise I'm gonna stay and try and make it the circle forever. Then here I'm going in with cotton candy, as you saw, and I'm doing exactly the same thing. And then with that glitter, I am going to put a little bit on the bottom, and then I'm gonna add some of that top coat, and I'm gonna scatter it up again. And you know, this does not look necessarily like it's obviously crystal clear and it has like glitter inside, but it does look like it might be glittery everywhere, but the angle that you look at it is just, you know, glittery at the bottom. I don't know, I just thought it would look really nice if all of them kind of had the same pattern of glitter, so that's kind of what I did there. And you can see, to be honest, they do look good. I like them. If you don't do it then. You know, it's simple. Then I am going to take the same glitter, and I'm going to create kind of like a rectangle, and obviously I'm a bit out of focus there, but it's fine. We came back, guys. And then I'm just gonna drag a line up to the end of the nail there, just to create, you know, the hanging bit of the ornaments. And I'm doing that to all of them. So, you know, just repeat the same thing over and over again. It's fine, we just do it 3 times for this nail. And then I will take the same glitter, and I'm just gonna kind of drag something. So basically these are like hanging from the ceiling or something. I don't know, again, it's something that I had in mind, and I've done it, and I like it. I like how it looks. So anyway, then I'm gonna go in with the matte top coat. So I cured that glitter, and now I'm going in with the matte top coat, and I'm gonna cure that for 30 seconds in my lamp. So check your lamp. And then I'm going in with the shiny top coat only over the baubles, because I want them to be shiny and they can be a bit raised, and you know, it kind of takes the focus away from anything else. So whatever else you do on this nail, your baubles are gonna be the main focus. If you put too much of that top coat and you think it's gonna like go around, you can always flash cure it in the lamp to make sure that that doesn't happen. So you know, you do one bauble, put it in the lamp, take it out after a few seconds and do the same, because it's a top coat, you know, it's clear, it's not going to like have any wrinkling or anything like that. So yeah, after that is done, the whole nail is finished, and you can see that everything is nicely in focus. Then I'm gonna go in here with Lust, and I'm gonna apply 2 layers of that, and then using this red metallic glitter from Smiley's glitter store, which is quite small, I would say, is quite fine. You saw me using this as a sugaring glitter as well, so yeah, it's quite fine. I am just going to like buff it into the nail, because I wanted that nice metallic dark red in this set. So basically I'm just gonna buff it in that sticky layer of the gel polish. So the gel polish was completely cured, and now I'm just kind of buffing that in, and you can see that it's applied, well, mostly everywhere. I'm gonna just go in and make sure, and then I'm gonna use some base coat. And I'm using some base coat because I want this glitter to not go into my top coat. So make sure you have a base coat that is specifically for glitters, because otherwise, you know, when you're like, doesn't matter how many times you brush it off or anything, it's still gonna get into your top coat. So yes, make sure you do that. Then I'm applying a layer of top coat, and I'm curing that as well. And then I'm gonna use this white gel paint from Ink London, that's no wipe, and this dotting tool. just a random dotting tool. It doesn't have to be something specific. You can find boxes of dotting tools if you want, with like, I don't know, 10 of them. So yeah, just look around, you can find them everywhere. And I am going to apply, as you saw, 3 dots, and then I'm going to apply 2 on the sides of 2 on each side of that middle dot. So yeah, you see what I've done. I've done 6 dots around it, but to make sure that they are kind of even, you start with 3 in a line and then you apply 2 on the sides. And yeah, anyway, then with my liner brush, I am just going to drag from the middle and through those dots on the edges there. And again, you can see what I'm doing. I obviously did not cure any of that white gel paint yet, so just drag it like that. And then you can also keep in mind that you can flash cure right now. So you can put it in the lamp, I would say maybe for 30 seconds, because this is a very pigmented gel paint, and then move on to the next, just to make sure that in case you mess up with one of the snowflakes, you're not going to mess up all of them when you're trying to wipe it off. So don't do necessarily what I did here, especially if you're not sure if you're going to do well or not. Do one at a time and flash cure, you know, better safe than sorry kind of thing, because you don't want to work on something for half an hour and then mess up somewhere and mess up your whole design just because you tried to clean up something. So yeah, anyway, I didn't mess up, thankfully, because it does happen to me very often. So I applied all my dots, and now I'm going around and I am just dragging from all of them. Obviously they're not perfect, nothing that I ever do is perfect, so yeah, I don't even worry about it anymore. Also, if you're gonna do this half one here, make sure you drag from the middle to the dots that should be there, just because it gives it a nice consistency. Otherwise it would just look weird, I think. So yeah, make sure to be consistent. Even though you can't see that design, you can always make it look like it's there, if that makes sense. That doesn't make sense, it's fine, you understood. And then I'm just adding some random dots here and there, because obviously these are snowflakes, so it's gonna be loads of them. Well, hopefully we're gonna get some snow this year. And I just couldn't get this bottom one properly. Yeah, anyway, I cured that, and then this nail is done. Moving on to the next one, I applied that roof again, 2 layers, and I'm gonna go in with the 3D2 brush and that 30mm brush and gem body. And then these are, I think they're just like red, I don't know how they're called, but they're just like red crystals in different sizes. So I think I have an SS12, SS10, and then SS5 maybe, and some gold caviar beads. And I think those are 0.05 millimeters or even smaller than that, I'm not sure. But anyway, I applied that gem body all over the nail with using that 3D2 brush. It doesn't have to be that necessarily, you can use any gel brush. I just like to use certain brushes for certain things, because then I don't have to like worry about cleaning up color or anything. Like this is my clear gel brush, and you know, so yeah. Anyway, I've put one of those big crystals in the middle, and then the medium ones I've put around, and I've put 5 of them, and then in between each I'm going to go in with some caviar beads, and I'm going to use 3 here because that's what I thought, you know, that's kind of what I wanted to do. And this is gonna be a snowflake at the end, so these are kind of like the little spikes, and at the end of each of those caviar bead rows is gonna be another crystal, and then yeah, you'll see in a minute. It's gorgeous, I love it. And then you're gonna spend another half an hour trying to arrange those crystals, those caviar beads, trust me, because you can see that they keep on moving around, and that's because it's a slippery surface and they kind of get attracted to one another or other things. Anyway, then I'm gonna go in with the smallest crystal, and I'm gonna put one at the end of each of those caviar bead rows, and then at the end of each of those bigger crystals. So then this gives us like 2 layers of crystals. Yeah, you see what I'm doing. And then on the like longer ones, I am putting another 2 of those caviar beads just to make them even more spiky, to look more like a snowflake. And I think I did succeed doing that. And then now I'm going to spend about an eternity trying to like fix those in position, which I spared you the details of that because that was took me, I don't know, another 5 minutes, I guess. And then I am putting another like this is one of the medium crystals, and I'm putting one of the small ones, well, 5 of the small ones around it. And then here I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, so I messed around a little bit. Then I thought maybe I should put 3 caviar beads at the end of each of those little things. And then I thought maybe I should put 4. I didn't like how the 4 looked, so we're gonna go with 3. These I never ever, when I do a design on camera, I never actually tried them before because, you know, they're not live. So I think, yeah, I can always cut a part out that I don't like. So you see a lot of me trying certain things, trialing and see if I like it or not. And especially when it comes to like crystal placement. But I really love how that little snowflake looks. I don't know, I just, yeah, I think it's adorable. Anyway, then I added some random crystals. So obviously the one in the middle is again a medium one, so maybe an SS10. I don't have the sizing exactly, so I'm just kind of guessing here, but it looks like about right, an SS10. Yeah. Anyway, then I'm taking 2 caviar beads and putting them, well, 3. Never mind. I'm taking 3 caviar beads and putting them in like 4 corners, as you can see me doing here, and this creates like little tiny stars. And then on the smaller ones, I am going to apply 4 caviar beads again in 4 corners. And this is gonna give us a tinier star. So I think they're adorable. They're just so cute. And I really, really love the big snowflake. I don't know why, it's really my favorite thing that I've done from this whole set. I always have a favorite thing in any set. And yeah, definitely this nail is my favorite just because of that big snowflake there. Anyway, then I'm taking some caviar beads and I'm applying them randomly because I thought, why not? And I actually love the little addition because otherwise I think it would have looked a bit, I don't know, a bit empty, I would say. So yeah, I added those caviar beads and now it looks like something very fancy. I don't know. Anyway, then I'm taking my detailer brush and I'm going to go around the crystals with a matte top coat. I know I said in a previous video that, you know, you're gonna get a little bit of like drag marks if you do this, and you will see that there are some. It's not a lot though, because I've put quite a bit of that matte top coat there, so it's important to have, you know, a thick layer of matte top coat. Again, don't apply it like you would apply your shiny top coat. So don't skimp on it, because this is not going to move as much as your shiny top coat will, because this is like thicker in consistency. So don't overwork it, try to apply it, try to like get it up to the crystals and not over the crystals, especially because it's matte. If it would be shiny, it would kind of dull out the little facets of the crystals, but because it's matte, it's going to make them matte and they're going to look awful. So yeah, just make sure you don't go over your crystals, go around, go up to them to make sure they're secure, and take your time because no one's hurrying you. I know you might have clients, but you know, if they want nail art like this, make sure to put enough time and charge for it, all right? So don't just kind of not charge for it. Anyway, that nail was done, cured and everything, and then the next one, I removed the sticky layer and I'm gonna go in with this like bigger gel brush, so it's not like a detailer, it's like thicker and it's gonna, you know, hold a lot more product, which is why I use it in bigger areas. So I'm gonna go back in with that glitter, what was it, gold gel paint from Get Nailed, and I will apply a circle of it Well, as much as of a circle as I can do. So yeah, it kind of, it looks alright. It's not perfect. As always, yeah, nothing that I do is perfect, but is the best I can do, and that's what matters the most, isn't it? Then I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of that glitter and try to make it nice and even. And also, in addition to all of the crystals that I used before, I'm gonna use these like pink opals as well. You can find all the glitters that I used in here on Crystal Parade, and you can also use Ralphie 5 if you want to buy anything and have a little discount. So just keep that in mind. And then I'm just applying some of those glitters right in the middle of that. And I'm gonna go in between the sizes of everything. This does not have to have like a certain, type of shape or anything. It's just supposed to be kind of like a circle, kind of. So just put them randomly wherever you want. I just added that glitter in the background because I wanted something to, kind of make it look like it is a circle, because I knew I'm never gonna be able to make a proper circle from crystals. Not that it's not possible, I knew that I can't do it. Or I can't be bothered to try, because I would spend all day doing this, so yeah. So, I'm just doing that, and then I kind of brought back in those caviar beads because I wanted something extra. And I absolutely love the fact that I did this, because at the end they kind of look like air bubbles, but they're like these perfect shiny air bubbles. They're beautiful. I love it so much. So I'm very happy that I did this. But I just added some of those caviar beads wherever, the crystals meet, wherever I thought it's a bit empty here, it's a bit too much of that glitter, and that's it. And yeah, I'm just randomly adding them. I'm not adding them maybe everywhere where I should, but yeah. And also, don't judge my little brush, because this is always what I always use to apply caviar beads, and it looks rough, but this because it's been through a lot. It has been with me for many years, so yeah, just keep that in mind. Then I'm gonna use this builder gel from Ink London, and this is like hard gel, and this is the HD one, so it's like the high density one, which is a little bit more expensive, but I think it's really worth it if you want it not to move. And I prefer the other one for the build up of the nails, because I move quite fast when I build up a nail. But for things like this, I think it's imperative to have one of these jars, even if it's a tiny one, because these really hold their shape. So you can do, crazy things like this and build up everything and make sure that, it went into all the crevices. Because, on a normal nail, you kind of have the same shape and you keep on going, and you can move fast enough, especially if you know what you're doing. Whereas with this, you really need to make sure that those edges are covered properly and that you have that gel everywhere, and you hold it upside down a little bit to make sure you create that kind of nice and like, the sphere kind of effect. And then yeah, I cured that, and I absolutely love this nail as well. It's not my favorite, because my favorite was a Snowflake, but this would be my second favorite because it's just so gorgeous and it looks 3D and it's beautiful. Anyway, God, I rambled a lot again. This is gonna be a very long video because I keep on having comments from people saying that I go too fast, so I'm trying to slow down, but also I'm trying not to bore you guys too much, so I hope I'm succeeding with that as well, So I use there, as you saw, I've created 2 loops, and I made a mistake and I wiped it off. I didn't realize I should have cut that part, I'm sorry. But yeah, you can see that I created 2 loops and I made it like a ribbon kind of thing to be hanging, and I didn't want to add anything like other colors in this because I wanted the main focus to be that big ornament in the middle. So I did the same thing as I did with that white, and I'm creating some little snowflakes made of gold because I thought the bottom half was a bit empty. But again, I did not add any other colors, so the focus is still gonna be in the middle of the nail. That's the first thing you're gonna see when you look at this nail. So yeah, anyway, then I'm applying just some little dots here and there to create some kind of sparkle somewhere in the background. Again, because we created snowflakes, these are smaller snowflakes that are in the back, and then we have the big snowflakes that I'm creating right here that are in the foreground kind of thing. And then I applied a layer of top coat, and I will go over that because again, that was a builder gel, and once you remove the sticky layer off of that, then it's not going to be really shiny, it's going to be a bit dull. So I applied a layer of shiny top coat to make everything really shiny and gorgeous, and also to try to make everything even. If I feel like something's not even, I'm going to hold it again upside down and, you know, kind of cure it afterwards, and then this nail is going to be done. All done now, and they are very gorgeous in my opinion. I know it's me that says it, but I absolutely love them. So yeah, I really hope you guys, you know, enjoyed today's video. I hope you learned something, and yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.